Today, I wanted to go a little bit deeper into what we talked about yesterday for emotions in leadership because it is so vital, it is so important, and it is something that because it's a soft skill, we tend to ignore because it's not tactical and strategic and things that are easily measurable. I can't measure happiness per se, I can't measure the amount of good feelings towards a company. But we also can see that emotions play a vital role in leadership and can impact decision making, team dynamics, and employee morale. Leaders who understand and manage their own emotions, as well as the emotions of others, are more effective. And what if this soft skill could make you more effective in what you're doing? And so, all of those hard skills, those tactical things, that strategy, that ROI, those things that you're trying to get towards where you're going, and what if they were more effective towards getting there? Because when we're discussing emotions in leadership, there's this idea and a framework called STARS that refers to key components of emotional intelligence, which include self awareness, self regulation, empathy, social awareness, and motivation. So, are you self aware? Are you in tune with the emotion that you're having when you are addressing somebody? Do I know that I'm upset? Do I know that I'm calm in those moments that are happening when I'm like, there's so much tension here, or things are going really well, and being able to dissect why they're not going well or why they are? Self regulation, because we are in business, because we're leading, there's going to be clashes of personality. There's going to be moments when you're like, man, I wish that Joe would just do what he's supposed to do. Why do I have to babysit these people? Why do I have to fill in the blank, the things that you're saying all the time? And can I regulate myself to go, okay, cool. I'm going to let them do their thing, and I'm going to come in and lead in the best way that I can. The next thing is empathy. Can I understand that somebody is stressed out? Am I empathetic that they have a lot on their plate? Am I empathetic that maybe they didn't get to that deadline because I've put too much on their plate? Or they're sitting around and I don't have enough for them to do? What does that look like for you? Social awareness. What does the social aspect of this look like? And then motivation. These are crucial for effective leadership as they enable leaders to understand and manage their own emotions as well as the emotions of the team. And this is going to lead to better decision making and that team dynamic. That thing that we all want is better communication, better team dynamic, and people getting the thing done. At the end of the day, our job as leaders is to get the task done, to get from A to B. But in that process, there's a lot of other things that happen. Just like as a parent, my job is to raise my children and keep them alive from the moment that they're born until they move out of my house. Like that's my job. As a leader, that's the same thing that we're doing. We're just doing it from A to B over and over again as we figure those things out. And according to Career Builder, 71% of employees value this emotional intelligence more than technical skills when evaluating candidates. So if we know that people value emotional intelligence, why are we so focused on just hard skills? And I love this quote that I'm going to read to you from psychologist Daniel Goleman. And he said, the most effective leaders are all alike in one crucial way. They all have a high degree of what has come to be known as emotional intelligence. It's not that IQ and technical skills are irrelevant. They do matter, but they are the entry level requirement for executive positions. And so if we think about this idea that knowing how to do the thing, knowing how to code the thing, knowing how to make the widget, knowing how to lead people from A to B, all of those hard skills that we're so focused on that we tend to lean into because we can see them, we can measure them, are the entry level requirements for executive positions. So if I am a leader, I am an executive, I am C-suite in some form or fashion, my job is to become more emotionally aware, more communicative, more aware of my own surroundings and how I'm feeling and what are these things happening so that I can be the best leader possible. Because we've all had great leaders. I want you to think about what were qualities of that person. Did they really listen to you? Did they understand what your position was and not overload you? Did they communicate well? Were they kind? What are the things about that leader that drew you to them? What were the things that they did that made you want to be led by them? There's going to be zero or very few of the things that you're going to list that are the technical skills, those hard skills. They might have been really good at their job, but you were drawn to them not because they were necessarily good at their job. It's because they were good to you. So how as leaders can we be good to our people so that they can thus do good work and move our organizations closer to the goals that we want to accomplish? And so for today, I want to go over the 4 components of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is typically broken down into these 4 core components, and that's self-awareness, which we just talked about, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. So when we talk about self-awareness, it's that, do I know myself well? This is one of the hardest things to do because of the fact that knowing yourself is a continuous process, because as we grow and change and we learn more things, we have to then become self-aware with ourselves. Self-management is, can I get the task done? Do I know when I'm spiraling? Do I have the ability to get from point A to point B for me, not just for the organization, but for me? How do I lead myself well? We talk a lot about this of, as a leader, I have to lead myself well, and then I can lead my people, and then I can lead the organization. Social awareness. So what's happening around me? What is the dynamics of my team? What's the dynamics of the organization? And how do all of those play together, nicely or not? And then finally, relationship management. This is, how are we working on those relationships between myself, my team, as a leader with my leaders? And then what does that look like for us? And so a lot of this comes down to relationship management of the people that we're working with. So if that's something that you're looking to do, is how do I communicate better with these people? How do I lead them better? How do I, as a C-suite executive, become more aware of myself so that I can lead my other leaders better, and then teach my leaders how to lead better so that we can get to the places that we want to go? I would love to have a conversation with you. You can pop a comment in the comments below this video, send me a DM, and I will be putting up a link for you. It's kabrinaashley.com/strategy-call. And I would love to talk about your specific situation. What are the things that you're like, man, if we could just solve this, then we'd be more effective. We would make better money. The ROI problems that we have would be fixed. And then let's talk about what that would look like. What's the game plan for that? So I will see you tomorrow.